There's a new podcast on the block. What's up, people? Welcome to the NoCliché podcast. My name is Izzi, and I'm going to be your host for the entire show. But of course, I am not going to be doing this by myself. Some of my friends are going to be here. I'm going to be talking about any and everything from finance to relationships to business. Every single topic is going to be dissected on the show. And starting off the show with me is my very special girl. The girl with a big voice.
Hey.
Come on now. See, this show expects beauty.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
We're not playing. We're not joking.
Okay.
It's Evelle.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm good. How you
Good to be
doing?
with you. I'm good. I'm good.
So how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm just wondering what's going down today, man.
What's going down today?
What's going
Well,
on
so I'm
today?
going to tell you what's going down today. We're going to be talking about something very steamy, and it's the gender identity crisis.
Tell me about
So that's the topic for today, gender identity crisis. So when she walked in today, she asked me, how did you get that topic? What inspired this topic?
How?
So I'm going to explain. So I was scrolling through Instagram and I'd been seeing a lot of nonsense. And it's people saying, I don't identify as this anymore. I now identify as a cat. I don't identify as a human being. I now identify as a crocodile. I don't identify as a boy. I now identify as a whatever it is that they choose to identify as. And it just got me thinking, how that came about and some of the effects that these new ideologies would have on us as Africans. So first of all, what do you think about these identities?
Man, first of all, I just feel like if we think about it too much, you can have a headache like I'm about to have right now because it's crazy what is going on the internet. And that's why, most importantly, even our children have to be protected because there's so much going on.
I know.
And I'm all about letting people go on their journey and be on their journey because being on my own journey, at some point I asked a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I asked so many questions. I had different ideologies at different times. I questioned my religion at the point. I questioned, everything that my family value was about. Everything, basically, I questioned it. So I'm all about letting people be on their journey at different point in time. But one thing that I feel like we miss in Africa is creating awareness.
Absolutely.
Because people get lost on this journey and they don't come back, and they don't realize that it's possible to get lost and not come back. It's crazy.
I love when you said we need to protect our children because that's very important.
Hey.
It's the fact that they're not just talking about this thing for themselves anymore. They're not finding ways to, what's the word? I don't know, put this on children and ensuring or somehow just forcing it on them that you have to start seeing life this way. It's like, can we let our children be? Can we let them choose their paths in this life as opposed to even to cartoons now? You don't watch cartoons anymore and
crazy.
just watch for the enjoyment and in your mind you're rest assured that your children will not be sucking in any form of information that will deal with them mentally.
Crazy.
So it's like you see, and then they're I mean, let's not even get into that gay
For me,
crisis.
I'm more about the children because the adults can choose for themselves. Do you get what I
Absolutely.
mean? They really can choose for themselves. But at the end of the day, people, we shouldn't forget or drop the fact that people get lost. And I keep emphasizing on it because at some point I got lost myself.
Yes,
lost.
absolutely.
And that's misplacement of identity. It is everywhere. It is happening every day. And nobody is saying don't say you're this or don't say you're that, but just keep an open mind.
Absolutely.
You just never know. If you're not grounded, you can get missing at any point in time. And it's just crazy what is happening.
Yeah, it's completely stupid actually. That's the word that I would use.
It's
So
crazy.
someone said something, the millennial generation has to bridge that gap. They put this responsibility on us now because I don't get it. So they say because this Gen Z and Alpha generations, it's like they need us to ground them, sort of. We are in between the newer generation and the older generation. We are the one bridging that gap.
Yes.
So the older generation is very cultured. They have values and they stick to those values. And Gen Z, I don't know how far they don't.
Let's not forget that they have fixed mindsets. The
Yeah.
older generation,
Yeah,
what they know is what they know,
What they
and
know
they
is
don't
what
want
they know.
to. They don't want to
exactly,
shake it.
exactly.
Yeah,
so
we are the
us
ones
being
that
in
are
the
more
middle,
flexible.
exactly. So
Yes.
we're aware of how the newer generations
Yes.
operate, and we're also aware of how the older generations
Yes.
operate. So if we are able to still hold on to those values, although we know that you people were just stiff-minded,
Exactly.
we are going to still take those values with the flexibility of this old newer generation and find a way to merge those two together so that nothing is missing and nothing is lost.
Yes.
So now they put those responsibilities on us. So, but speaking of the older generation and us being cultured, how do you think this gender identity crisis would affect us as Africans? We are very, very cultured set of people.
Very cultured.
Very, very cultured. Very, very,
Very
valued.
cultured.
We hold on to our values very deeply.
Very
So
cultured.
how do you think these new, and also keeping in mind that the world is a global village, what you see on there is, getting into this side of the world.
We're sucking it in.
So how do we reserve, our values?
I think it all boils down to individuality because nobody knows it all. But I personally believe that God is giving every individual a way to connect with. Even if there's nobody telling you the truth, there is a way you can find out the truth by yourself. And the only way you can do that is getting in tune with yourself.
Absolutely.
And getting in touch with your creator, getting in touch with your source. And every single person on earth has access with his or our creator. And that's what people don't realize. They go looking for answers in churches, and I'm not saying answers are not in all these places, but the if you want to get like a full picture of who you are, it is still within yourself that you find these answers. And whether you like it or not, when you're going astray, when you're making the wrong choices, whether you believe it or not, that's the right thing to say, there is always something that tells you, that gives you a red light that something is not right. Something is not right. But we're so sucked out of, what's that English now? We're so where we've taken so much of what is happening in the physical that we don't realize when our body and our soul and our spirit is weak. Some of us like to call it intuition. Tells us that, wait, this thing is not right. Make a research, blah 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 blah. And it's crazy because if us as individuals lose it, then we can't help the community, we can't help ourselves. And that's what we're in this world for. We're not here for just ourselves. We're not here just to be selfish. And when you're in the world where you so lost yourself that you can contribute to your environment and the community around you, then it's a waste. And that is the attack on Africa, because if one person is affected, something is subtracted, something is taken out. There is no addition from that person. Exactly. And for Africa, that is just coming up. Like, we're growing. I'm
telling you, we are just coming up. We are growing.
I just see it like as an attack. Do you get what I mean?
I'm telling you, yeah.
Attack
absolutely.
on your mind.
I know.
Once your mind is attacked, you can't be any addition in any way. You can't be an addition to yourself.
When you say Africa is growing, all right.
Yo, it's crazy, but like it is what it is. I think the best thing we can do is just create awareness and let people know that, oh, you can do all these things, but there is this and there is this and there is that. Just be yourself. God wasn't stupid when he created you.
Exactly.
It wasn't.
That's
and
very
I think I had
point.
it on my status yesterday. I was like, God does not make mistakes
at all.
He wasn't stupid when he created you. He created you a man for a reason. He created you a woman for a reason. He created Adam and then he created Eve. He created every animal, male and female, for a reason. He's not stupid. He's the all-knowing God. So you can't just wake up and say, God is stupid. He didn't know what he was doing. I don't know.
I think one of the things I hear people say now is like, oh, let people be what they want to be, blah 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 blah. They get peace from being what they want to be. They can choose their party, like they can choose their gender.
Well,
it's like
they can actually.
Feel free to do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, there's what is right and there's my opinion.
Yeah.
So you cannot force your opinion on anybody. Do you? I'm not going to come to your house and flog you or arrest you for Christ's sake. Yeah. Do whatever you want to do with your life. But I will sit on this couch and say what I want to say. and speak the truth, whether you choose to accept it or not. Thank you very much, and God bless you. So just to read out some of the genders that I found a little bit funny. There's one that is the agender. It's not having a gender or identifying with a gender. They may describe themselves as being gender neutral or genderless. So it means that you are invisible now. Your cook not seeing you. All right, good for you. So there's cisgender. I watched a show where they had referred to somebody as cisgender. The man is like, no, I'm a man. I'm not cisgender nothing. So cisgender basically is you're identifying as what you're born as. So your mommy gave birth to you as a female now. You are cisgender, but you've chosen to identify as that. But the man is like, no, you are either a man or a woman. Why is cisgendering us?
Like you.
Don't do it.
Like
and then gender expression, gender fluid, gender queer. I think we know these ones. There's MX, non-binary, passing when someone is gender variant. Wow. Third gender. We already know transgender man. There's two spirit. Why are people carrying this into? Why are people carrying it? Two spirit is an umbrella term traditionally used by Native American people to recognize individuals who possess qualities of both genders. Congratulations. Well, yeah.
I think there are people that possess qualities of both genders.
That's what's that word? Hermaphrodite. Yeah. So those are they cannot that they can't control that.
Yeah, I know there are exceptions to these things.
Yeah.
I know that there are some people that were born with two organs and then their doctors have to like advise them and say, let's look at the most dominant one and take one out. There are people that live like that. It's the norm. But I also know that there are people that just wake up and say, this money that they are making now, this is how they are making it too. We have to switch and follow them. I also know that there are people that is just peer pressure. Yeah. And there are people that they just don't know what to do with their life. They're not around people that can advise them. They're not around the right set of people, and they just one day just woke up and thought, okay, this is the way, let's just be going like this. And that is why I keep emphasizing on creating awareness, because if we don't talk about these things, like I always say, if there is no light coming out to express itself, darkness will keep dominating. It is just what it is. Absolutely. So if the people that know the truth cannot come out and talk about it, if the people that have experienced it and gotten out of this experience alive cannot come out and talk about it out of shame or whatever it is, I don't think shame can stop me from talking about my experience. Do you get what I mean? Everything that feels good is not right. It doesn't mean that it's right. So the more people come out to talk about these things, the better, because some people just don't know and you can't blame them. They just all their lives they're being around the wrong set of people and you can't blame them. At least some of us we started from church or somewhere or just somewhere that puts our minds together and brings us back every time when we're getting lost. But some people just don't know. So let's keep talking about it. I love this.
Girl,
love it.
Just to end it on a line that she said, if light does not express itself, darkness will dominate. So we need to start expressing ourselves as light. Children of light. Aibo Yarebe. Thank you. All right, we gotta go. We'll see you guys on the next episode of No Cliches. Thank you guys so much. And also follow me at Izzi_Idiaru.
And follow me at EVELLE Music, Evelle Music.
Bye guys.
Bye.